I was already 100 years old when I decided to die. So I took a shovel and walked into the wilderness, not to find hope, but to bury myself. As I dug my grave, my shovel struck something hard. Metal. I wiped away the dirt, and the sunlight hit it. Gold. Not a coin, not jewelry, a doghead gold artifact. Ancient and heavy. My hands began to shake. I dug deeper, faster, like a madman. I covered my mouth so no sound would escape. The next morning, I packed the gold and headed for the city. That's when I saw them. Soldiers. Defeated ones. Dirty ones. Men who had just burned a village and stolen its women. Their officer stared at me as I passed. One soldier raised his gun. The officer stopped him. "Don't waste bullets," he said. "He's already dead." They were wrong. Another group stopped me on the road. They searched my horse. They found the gold. Greed lit their eyes like fire. They dragged me aside, arguing how to divide my future. I told my dog to run. They shot him. They laughed. That laugh broke something inside me. At that moment, I stopped being an old man. I killed the first soldier with my bare hands, crushed his skull. I took a helmet and smashed another man's face until he stopped moving. Bullets flew, but they hit their own men. I kicked, I strangled, I stabbed. When the officer arrived, his soldiers were already dead. That's when he understood. I was no longer prey. I was a curse. From that moment on, they hunted me. Tanks, snipers, mines. They chased me into a minefield. My horse stepped on a mine and died beneath me. I woke up buried in pain. My body was broken. My blood soaked the dirt. Still, I crawled. Still, I picked up every piece of gold. The officer watched me from afar. He didn't shoot. He wanted to see how long a 100-year-old man could suffer. They sent military dogs. I poured gasoline over myself to erase my scent. It worked until they noticed the fuel. They shot my leg. The officer ordered the dog to attack me. I didn't panic. I lit a match. Even beasts fear fire. I ran into the river. The gold dragged me down like chains. I stayed underwater until my lungs burned. When they thought I was dead, I surfaced behind them. I took their air. The river turned red. I finally reached my hometown. There was nothing left. Only fire. Only ash. That night, I heard barking. My dog. He ran toward me, and I saw the bomb on his body. I removed it and threw it away. The explosion knocked me unconscious. They found me. They hung me from a rope like an animal. The officer put a piece of gold in my pocket. A joke. A farewell. But death still didn't want me. I forced metal into my wound to stop the bleeding. The next morning, a fighter jet flew overhead. The wind knocked the nail loose. I fell. Alive. Again. I stole weapons, killed soldiers, freed captured women. I gave them guns. I climbed tanks, fought young men half my age. I spared one soldier, because mercy can hurt more than death. The officer tried to escape by plane. I followed him into the sky, hanging beneath the aircraft, bleeding, laughing. This was never about gold. It was about dignity. I went out to bury myself. Instead, I buried an army. And my story, it still isn't over.